Hi, how's it going? My name is Corey. I just wanted to show my custom tower defense game. This is a game I worked on about a little over a year ago, and I spent several months on it. This is probably one of the most massive projects that I worked on solo. It was basically a pathfinding tower defense game. The point was you build towers so that enemies have to walk around the towers and eventually reach the end, or hopefully not reach the end. The point is you're trying to prevent them from doing that, and you're trying to make it take as long as possible for them to reach, sort of like old tower defense games. I'll just show an example of that now. So you can see it loaded in. We already had some gold and some towers placed down. It remembers the position of towers that were placed in the field, as well as any stats that your character might have had, like gold, and there's some other upgrades as well. Just wanted to show the building. You hold shift, and you can see I'm trying to make it like 1/2 of a unit that you can move while you're holding shift to build. That way there's a lot more room for customization, so instead of it being like that and then like that, you can actually do stuff like that, and then you can have tiny spaces for the enemies to get through. We can destroy these. It shows the range. You can upgrade the range of the tower, and that all works. Same with the damage. And then just to prove that pathfinding works, let's go ahead and spawn some more waves. So you can see now they were going down to get to the bottom, and now they're attempting to get to the bottom by going through this path that we built. The way this pathfinding works is probably the most complicated part of the project. So we're using A-Star pathfinding, which is a great system free online for anyone to use in their Unity games. Basically, it tells enemies which path to take by scanning for ground and scanning for anything that might be considered like an obstacle. And so these towers are considered obstacles, so they know that they can't walk through or over them, which means that they need to find some other path through. The most complicated part was definitely if we are trying to block this path, the game won't let us. I'm clicking and it won't let me. This is actually an intensive process. See, I'm spamming click, and you can kind of see I'm losing frames. Every time I click, the game tests by rebuilding the A-Star path, and if the test fails, if we try and build a path and there's no longer a path to the end, it just won't let you build. And so that was one of the biggest things that I needed to make sure worked properly for a tower defense game, because it'd be kind of cheating if you were able to just stop them from moving. Wouldn't be much point in the game, unless of course they could destroy the towers, which I did consider. But I decided to go with this route instead, mostly because I wanted people to be able to build their own special mazes, just like in the old days. That was one of the more fun parts of that game. I'm out of gold. And then just to briefly cover some other things, this was meant to be an idle game. So the enemies just spawn continuously forever. You keep earning gold, and there's different menus. You can see I've got my talent tree here. This is something that I was working on before I stopped making the game. We can increase and decrease the levels of the skills at will, the ones that are working. Aside from that, there was the kills shop. So I decided one of the currencies would be your actual kills. How many do we have? 746. So I could buy that, and now enemies are worth more gold than usual. So kills feed into more gold, which eventually will feed into more kills. You can also buy blood per second for kills. And then the blood shop, you could earn more kills per kill. So enemies are normally worth 1 kill per death, but if you have blood and you purchase this, then they could be worth 2 kills. And then you could, get more kills, items from this shop, and so on. So that was one of the cool things for the idol aspect. And then the public relations office. This is sort of supposed to be like an end-game place I made. If you have a ton of gold or kills or blood, this would be where you could find items to purchase. So like this one, instead of it being more kills per death, now you just earn kills per second. And it's sort of like a, just automatic earning of that. Obviously, I can't buy it because I don't have that much gold. But yeah, enemies, when they go through, you do lose gold, but you only lose it to a certain amount, and that amount is decided based on your level, your kills, and some other stats. And that basically covers the gist of it. I'll go more into depth on the code and how it all works, probably in some screenshots, since this is a very long video. Thank you for your time, and thank you for checking out this project.